Do you like it, Jeff? Chocolate chip good.
Be down here.
Talk.
Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
It's weird. I feel like recently, Jess's stuff is working much better than yours. Like yours is, Lucas, yours is echoing heavily in the room.
Like in you hear it in hers?
My mic?
No, it's like your mic is distorting so much.
It's
That's what I just said.
distorting.
Mm-hmm. That's what you sound like. You're like.
Check, 1, 2.
I need to say check 1 2 1.
There we go. Whatever you just did, all the fuzz just went away.
Check, check, 1, 2.
Now I can't hear you.
Check, 1, 2.
Yeah,
Check,
I don't hear a
check.
daggone thing.
Check, 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 check.
Go halfway what you just did.
Check, check, 1, 2.
I can literally hear Jess's organs moving right now.
Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check.
Like whatever you're eating, it's a container.
Check, check.
It has like plastic.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Is that better? Is that better? Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, hey, hey.
I don't hear you.
I can hear you.
Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, hey. It needs to go up.
We can't hear you at all.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Hey, 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 hey. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Check. Check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. I have to turn it all the way up. Check, 1, 2. Check, check.
Are you just turning it all the way up?
It's all the way up.
We don't hear you at all.
Well, this is just a bunch of bull.
You didn't like that sound, Steven?
It just is so loud. Your AirPods are just picking up hot.
That's why I dumped them out on my. My gummy? We can't hear you.
Check, check, 1, 2. It's OBS is picking it up.
We hear nothing.
OBS is picking it up.
Coming through.
Come on, dude.
Back on Whirlpool.
The rapture just happened. He's gone.
Check, check, 1, 2.
What happened?
Hey, I can hear you.
Okay, that was definitely Whirlpool board then. Yes.
This is way better. Way better.
Check, check, 1, 2.
It's
Check.
picking up the room a lot with your mic instead of just like super right here. It's picking up like even your dog moving.
Right. Check, 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 check. If I turn it down, you can't hear me. Check, check. Can you hear me still or no?
Yep. I'm gonna keep a thumbs up if I can still hear you.
Mute yourself. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 1, 2.
I still hear you. I'm still hearing you.
You still hear me through the microphone, you're sure? Okay,
Did she just mute herself?
she did.
Then yes.
Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. You can still hear me, it's good. Check, check. Let me go to OBS and check. Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, hey. Check, 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 1, 2. You can still hear me? Check, check, 1, 2. Maybe I had the gain too high. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, 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 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Check. Is that good, Steven?
It's not even changing a bit.
Yeah, I'm seeing it change. I'm watching the meter on OBS. Check, 1, 2.
Totally believe you. I'm just saying it's in my ears. It's still the same level of.
Okay, but it's not blasting. It doesn't sound like distorted or anything.
No, I'm just hearing everything
Check.
else in the room.
Yeah, that's hard to
That's okay. I just wanted it to be
Check.
you to be aware. That's all.
check. I
You
can
go
put
over.
I can put the bigger filter on this thing later. Check, check, 1, 2. Hey, hey, hey. Check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 1, 2. Check, hey, 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 hey. Check.
And then
1,
when
2.
she's on, it's like double. It's like
Check,
it's
1,
life.
2.
It is what it is.
Check, 1,
We'll
2.
we'll move on. That's fine.
Check, 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's
check,
good.
hey, hey, hey,
It's good.
hey. Check.
And then
1,
when
2.
she's on, it's like I wonder if we did this. Oh no, you go away. Why does it do that? Why does it do that? That's so stupid. Vorpalboard is also kind of crappy. What? I didn't say that. They're trying their best, but there's so many like nuances that I just... Why does it do that? That's so stupid. Are we good?
Yes.
Let's do it.
We took a long rest.
Correct.
What is this?
I'm gonna let you guys take it away from where, if you wouldn't mind helping me with
Last
recap
time on Heroes of the Forgotten Realms, we picked up with a combat session, a heated one, where the three heroes...
Pun intended, pun intended, pun intended.
Yes.
Pun intended.
It was. I intended it. I tended to the pun. Where the three heroes teamed up in the basement, right, of this, what would you call
Watch
that?
headquarters.
Yeah, Watch headquarters. There you go. And,
right all in this bitch.
yeah, right in here. That's where we were. We were in there. And, we kicked ass. It was Daredevil season 1 finale, the hallway scene.
It was.
It was where he's literally falling over into people on accident and still punching them and destroying them completely out of energy. I'm not gonna say that maybe Jarvis had some cool moments. He did, and Nova, I mean, Nova was all right. I mean, you were okay. Probably one of my favorite parts from last session was Jarvis's fight. One of Jarvis's fight moments where he, jumped up and kicked off the wall, used the wall as, kind of... Oh, and then pole vaulting with the quarterstaff. A lot of cool stuff.
My favorite moment from Jarvis's side was when you pretend you knocked the guy prone and then you took him out on the ground.
Yeah, that was nice. I can't remember anything that
I can remember several moments.
I got nothing.
Nova, you take it away. Oh, right. That made a sound. Don't shoot your eye out, kid.
More, please.
More, please.
Anyway, yeah, Nova, you had some good stuff.
Can I have some more?
The disappearing powder, that was pretty dope. You went in
I
there.
did that.
Yeah, I like that. That was while we're doing the recap. This is what we're doing. That was how we essentially escaped. We got away from the we didn't have to destroy this robot one-eyed creature. I did flick him in the eyeball a couple times, actually.
It's this mechanical mecha golem fire watch thing.
Yes. Very... it reminded me of like a World of Warcraft expansion.
Okay.
A mecha... I think it's called Mechagon, I think is the name of the place. And that was like a creature that would have been... a device that would have come out of that expansion. We escaped. By that point, the players and the players, everybody were kind of zonked. And So we ended up going back to the Field of Triumph. Now, can you explain to me where that is? It's up here somewhere, right? Yes. It's exactly
Again,
where.
the big gladiatorial stadium that's being used to house people that are refugees from the various... again, the other two locations... ultimately, ultimately 4 locations that have had some sort of terrorist attack that you know of only of Nadbire City, plus the one that was with Granon and his people.
Yes.
The other 2 you haven't really talked to people or looked into or just whatever. That's about it.
Yeah.
So you came from here to go up to the Field of Triumph.
Yes.
Keep going.
Got to the Field of Triumph. We did not see Jazz.
Correct. You weren't looking for her. You weren't like trying to do anything with her.
Yeah.
You just went into the sewer.
Yep. Came out from a manhole underneath a cot.
Yep.
Found our cots separate from each other. Not one was next to another open one, so we took long rests alone. How big would you say? I mean, it's like football stadium. Am I just picturing like a football stadium filled with cots?
Yeah, football stadium filled with cots, plus the other... again, there's no, like... It's a very, like, stoned stadium, so think of... People aren't, like... There's no, like, main seats that are just up. There's, like, slabs of stone where people stand, and then it's a complete vertical, 5-foot vertical, then another slab. So just people standing, and then, like, so there's cots even up all the way around the stadium.
And it's a circle, like Gladiator.
Yeah, oval, like an egg.
Okay. Cool.
So, is there anything else you want to recap or say before we get into anything?
That's just making myself familiar with Jarvis's last thoughts before he took his rest, and that was Granon and his people,
Yes.
and wanting to touch base with them, see how they are.
Yep, that's true. And then, anything else? Nova, anything on your end? You both get inspiration for how you went through and took care of everything in that battle. That was hefty. That was not going to be easy. And it was fun that you guys did it, so good job.
Tails, bitch. Oh, and then one more for our viewers. We will all be playing in person in less than a month.
Wow, that's crazy. We'll be seeing each other again.
Yep. Less than a month. We'll be arriving Stephen and Tegan's location.
That we just keep disclosed.
Yes. Thursday night.
It's over here. It's like around here.
Yes, this is where they are, right here.
Somewhere around there.
Thursday, I believe it's Thursday. So I don't know. We may play that Thursday night. Might not, but we'll probably get games in that weekend for sure.
Cool beans.
That's gonna be fun.
Anything else? We good?
I think that's all I have for announcements. Let's turn it over to Jess. She's got some things she'd like to share about the Heroes of the Forgotten Realms and our new merch. What do we have?
It's not merch.
They're snacks. They're shaped like fish.
Definitely not merch that you're
Also
experiencing,
taste
Nova.
like fish.
Uh-oh.
But Nova, as you're sleeping,
Of course.
heavy breath, wake up, and it's completely black. Familiar sight. Quiet, echoing. As you sit on the ground, somewhat in like a very thin layer of water, wearing the off-white sleeping gown that you would wear as a child, yet it still fits you to this day as an adult. No armor, no anything, except the holy symbol of Saloon that your mother gave you as it hangs around your neck. What?
I thought you were gonna say the Holy Spirit.
As the Holy Spirit, as a white dove flitters. Yes. You sit there again. Blackness. What do you do?
May I just say, I am the 11 of the heroes of the Forgotten Realm. Literally, where I go is where she goes, which is terrifying to me.
I see what you're saying. I'm like, what 11? I get to know you.
11 from Stranger Things. We're binging Stranger Things again. I feel like I just want to. She's just listening to see if she hears anything.
Make a perception check.
Okay, here we go, guys. How will she roll today? Perception 13 plus 2, 15.
What are you listening for?
Like any sound, like anything specific that's coming from a specific direction around her. So like people talking, like tapping, like anything, any sound that just, because obviously this place is pitch black, so there shouldn't be sound unless there's something here.
Do you stand up or anything? Or do you just stay
Yeah,
sitting?
I feel like she would stand up.
And as you stand up to listen, it's as if the water that you were sitting on doesn't make you drenched in water or wetness. It just feels like it falls right off you. And as you listen, it's not like you hear anybody talking or hear something moving, but it's sort of like... Actually, yeah, you do. My bad. You do hear at one point...
My bad.
No, my bad. As I'm thinking through this, you do start to hear... You hear voices speaking. And it's not voices that are like random. It's... You hear the voice of your parents speaking. But it's also... You start to hear... And it starts to be... You hear voices of what you were when you were a kid speaking.
I'm hearing memories.
And at this point, you quickly you move, and you see what looks like to be a glimpse of like 70, 80 feet away, just like something like flashing like a globe of like whiteness. And then you see one that's another 40 feet away in a different direction, just whiteness. And it looks like they're kind of popping up all around.
She's just like turning kind of in a circle in place, just like watching as like things are popping up all over the place, just kind of being aware and acknowledging that like recognizing the voices and like trying to process like where these memories could have been.
And as you do, you sit and you start to listen, and it sounds like, without going and looking for anything, all you do is listen, and you start to hear just different memories of your childhood. But it starts with you young, and it's as if they like come into your ear, and then they disperse, and then a new one comes in, and you listen. And it's any memory that you want to articulate in this moment or think of, Nova, from your childhood, but it continues on. Do you want to say something?
No, I'm listening. Sorry.
No, it goes from, childhood, adolescence, early 20s. Eventually, you start to hear voices that catch of you and Captain Aquaback. And again, if without you, are you like looking at the orbs that are like just... Are you getting up? Are you moving? Or are you just going to stay present? Because I'll keep going.
I feel like she would like approach one that is closest.
Okay.
And like go to see if she could physically touch it. If it's like, because she could hear the memory, so she's wondering like, can she see the memory? Like, is it some sort of like orby kind of?
Yeah, eventually get to the closest one, and it looks like a 12-inch circle that has a cloud of fog that's like dripping from it, and then disperses right in front of you at your eye height. And at this particular site that you're seeing what it looks like when you and Jarvis were on the ship fighting, and it looks like there's a moment where you watch yourself catch him. And Captain Ackleback comes and pays you as Captain Ackleback takes Jarvis away. And it goes away.
The multiverse is real. She's just.
And there's other ones that are all around you.
She's gonna move to the next closest one.
As you keep going,
like, if they're like what ifs.
It's showing these moments of showing when you both were in Anadbire City, seeing the airship explode as if it both, from your eyesight looking up, you see the airship falls on both of you and Jarvis as you both look at each other and collapses on you as it fades away. You see another one where it shows the gentleman actually kicking you both into the cage, shutting it. Days go by of you not eating and Captain Ackleback coming and takes you away. Disperses. Next one, it shows you as you're at Red Larch and you see a ghost sucking the life out of Jarvis as he's holding he can't move, but his chest is forward as she's bringing the life out of him. But eventually, this one feels very close to you, as if you've seen this before. But then there's a moment that it continues and you see as he falls and drops dead from the ground. It goes away. And lastly, you find one that shows a glimpse of Waterdeep from afar. And as you see explosions of fire surround the entire city with smoke billowing as it disperses. What do you do?
What the shit? She says that out loud. And she's just trying to process. Like, these are all the, like, near-death possibilities that could have happened throughout, like, my life as an adult. And if this is possibly a warning. From Saloon, possibly. I would assume, yes. And it disappears, correct?
It disappears, and then you see 30 feet away from you in the blackness what looks like to be like a line carve up in like reality itself, as if it like a claw mark comes down. And you see this dark purple, somewhat smoky energy peer through. As it slowly hovers on the ground, like a snake, moving closer to you. Do you do anything?
She's going to just back up a little bit. Like, she just takes like a step or two back to try and like keep her distance a little bit.
As it keeps following and moves closer to you, and will keep coming towards you.
And she yells.
What do you yell?
And she says, "Close enough."
It stops. You see as it kind of raises up from the ground, and when it opens like a not the 12-foot circle, more like a 6-foot circle, peers open like somewhat like a it's like an orb. And you can see there's something inside. Do you go closer?
Yes. But like still like hesitant, like keeping her distance, but getting close enough where she could see.
Okay. You probably have to get within 10 feet to not be close enough, but to still see what's inside.
That's fine.
As you do so, you see what looks like to be fairly medium-sized room. Bookshelves all on the walls, and at the center, in the back, is like this it's like a circle. Looks like to be a window. Think of a Doctor Strange, you know, that Sanctum Sanctorum view where it's like that type of a window, but it looks like a webbing. Like the window itself looks like a web, where it's like the glass and then like the black lines that are like holding the glass in. It's like the form of like a web. There's a desk. It's a very elegant, eclectic, yet very organized study of a room. But standing in front of the window, you see the back of what looks to be an individual that has a long, somewhat golden, somewhat bedazzled dress on. Looks more royal than it does like fancy. You see that they hold a headdress on that's like an oval, yet out coming from it, somewhat like Star Wars people, Phantom Menace, the chick, what's her name?
Padme?
Padme. You know when she's wearing like that full garb?
Yes.
It looks like that, but not like red and dark. It's like golden with some purples and some other color. But what's interesting about it, it's just around the outside of it is like blackness that's like screaming. And as it stands
So
there,
that's around the whole person, right? Not
correct.
just the headpiece. Okay, around the whole person. Got it.
And there's a moment where the orb starts just to get a little bit closer to you, but it zooms in on then like the back of like that thing or the person or whatever this is, and eventually there's a quick turn as it sees you, and what you see is a very, very pale white face with an eye that then splits into two, and then you hear, "There you are," as
What?
it then
Shit.
as that. They say, "There you are." The R gets really loud and pierces in your ears, and eventually, this blackness comes over you, and you wake up in the stadium. And then there's a person that's standing over you, and they keep saying, "Hey, are you gonna move? Are you gonna move?" As they try to like, it's like this like heavy like dwarf female is trying to like pull a blanket that's like underneath your cot, that's like pulling, that's like their blanket.
Holy crap.
Both of you and Isaac all wake up to the stadium in commotion. A lot of people are just up trying to get going, moving for the day. The day, because you can see the sky, it is fairly bright outside, fairly white clouds, and there's a moment where just again it's early enough where you can still see your breath, because again as it's getting into winter, it's just cold, very cold, brisk morning, but yet still pretty. The sun is it's not over you because it's not that time of day, but it's up. But as you all get up, the commotion of all the people, it's really loud, a loud stadium of people talking. Jarvis, at this point, what do you do?
Jarvis is... what time is it now, did you say?
It's roughly like 7 a.m.
Okay, yeah, Jarvis would have actually gotten up right at sunrise, which not sure exactly when that happens, but right at sunrise he would have gotten up. At that time, would anybody have been up? Many people been up in there, or people still sleeping? Or
yeah, people would be still sleeping, but about like a third of the people would be sitting up, kind of like getting their stuff going, trying to like just at least get ready to leave. But you notice that the doors to the stadium is closed, though.
Doors to the stadium are closed. Okay, so like nobody's leaving.
Correct.
Okay. anyone around me when I wake up at sunrise? Do I notice anyone around me that's awake?
Yeah, absolutely. At this point, you see what looks like to be kind of like this Goliath male who's shirtless, kind of has a belly, nipple piercings and tattoos all over his body, except he has what looks like to be like a mohawk of hair that's not spiked, as he's kind of like itching his armpit hair. Like doing one of those typical dad, like spitting out the morning goo from his mouth onto the ground as you see like a greenish, brownish, bloody red mucus that hits the ground. He just stares at you. What?
I just kind of nod. You all right?
I don't think so. He just points at the mucus as it's like just pussing, like it's like even folding over, mixing with the dirt. It just becomes brown. You ever see something like that?
Yeah, I actually have.
I'm sorry. Sorry for you. As he stands up and grabs his balls and itches it, like full hands in pants. He does one of the sniffs.
Jarvis is just gonna kind of sit up and he's gonna sit on his cot, crisscross applesauce, and a detail about Jarvis when he sits like that and starts to meditate is his wings kind of enclose him on the sides. They open up and he kind of pulls them around the side and it creates a little bit of a cone. You can still see him from the front. It doesn't completely enclose him, but his wings are kind of like just kind of create a little bit of a thing, especially in this situation where there's people around. To kind of block out sound and distractions and stuff. So he kind of brings that in. Just imagine his kind of wings come in a little bit. And in the situation a little bit more to where he's fully enclosed. And he's just going to sit there and he closes his eyes and sits there for probably a good 15 to 20 minutes just in silence. Are there any major distractions during that time?
Make a perception check.
That would be 11. I'm sorry, 12.
12. I'm going to say no if you're really focusing on meditating and just kind of being in the moment present. Is there a memory that you think about?
There is.
It's actually... It's on the kitchen table. I'm a liar. I'm sorry. Do you want me to take ownership, or do you want to take ownership?
Yes, take ownership, please.
Are you older, younger? What are you?
Jarvis is this is his 13th birthday.
Love it. In your home, what would you be doing at 13 in your home?
So morning of,
Yes.
he wakes up and in his bed you just see a little bird creature get up from underneath the sheets. The sheets are completely enclosed, and he gets up and he goes, "Oh boy, 13!" And he just gets up, and you see him stumbling over some of his siblings that have passed out on the floor in his room.
Would you move?
He's stumbling over them to get to the door. Gets to the door.
You need to trim your claws, your talons, Jarvis, you idiot.
Gets to the door. He goes, It's my birthday. I'm 13. And he runs out the door, down the hallway.
As you run down the hallway, you see that your parents are sleeping still.
And he looks in there kind of like... he goes... He just goes, damn it! And he runs out outside, kind of into the garden area, where he normally would meet Agave. He is. I'll tell you right now. He wants gifts, searching for gifts. His parents are asleep, so there's no gifts obviously from them right now. So he's searching for anybody awake in his life that's going to give him a gift. In this case, he goes to see if Agave's out there in the garden.
You don't see Agave right away, so there's a moment of like just disappointment.
Yeah,
I would say, correct.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a moment where you get hit in like the side of the head, and on your feathers you see what looks like to be like a peanut. You see Agave sitting in the tree throwing peanuts at you.
Hey,
what you doing?
What? It's my birthday. Where's my gift?
Your gift? You want a gift? He like looks around and he eats the peanuts that are in this like wooden bowl.
Master, it's my 13th birthday. You said that this birthday I was gonna get something special.
And right you are. As he hands out the bowl of peanuts to you.
I don't want peanuts. Where's my gift?
And he puts his hand on your shoulder and looks at you and says, "Can you breathe?"
Is this another lesson?
Can you walk?
I thought you were gonna give me like some cool armor or something. Come on.
Health is the greatest gift. Contentment, the greatest wealth. Faithfulness, the best relationship. He walks away. As he walks away, you see what looks like to be behind him. In his belt, looks like to be something wrapped. Like in like a gift as he walks away.
Hey!
Better catch me! And he flies off the cliff.
And he runs right off, dives off the cliff after him.
Beautiful scenery, trees, even like bambooish trees coming from the cliffs themselves. There are other birds, like other air creatures flying in the air around in the clouds as you fall both through a cloud. Go ahead, and your goal is to try to get it from him, correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check or a athletics check.
Okay. Eight.
There's a moment where like you go through the cloud and you don't see him as he's basically on top of you as he like throws some peanuts at the back of your head midair as he flies off continually. Let's make another one.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, describe how you like managed to catch up and be able to get it from him.
They go around. He goes around this rock that they train in all the time. It's a peak, and it's just kind of in like a circle. And he goes around it, and it was a trick that that Agave would do on him all the time, and would always get Jarvis. But this time Jarvis was ready for it. It's kind of like a double back thing. And so he catches it, and as Agave's coming around, Jarvis kind of hides, ready for him to come back because he's familiar with it, and he just snatches the gift out of his as he flies by. He just snatches it. He goes, "Ha ha! Got it!"
Make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
There's a moment where you got it. You peer through major tree limbs about to snag you, duck under, able to fly up and get home. And managed as he stands before you, and he just looks at you, smiling, of course. You think I would forget?
Can I open it?
No. Yes, open it. What are you, weird?
He goes, big smile on his face, and he opens it up. What's the shape of it, first of all, before you open it?
It sort of looks like it's like really badly wrapped, and especially because it's also you were flying with it. It doesn't look like it looks like somewhat like a water bottle shape thing.
Okay, like a cylinder.
Yeah.
Okay. Tears through the wrapping paper to get in there. Smile
And it's
from ear to ear.
and it's in that same shape. It's like a wooden cylinder that seems to have like a slit that would be able to pop off the top.
He goes, "What is it?"
It's a thermos. No, open it. Open
A thermos? And he pops it open.
And upon opening it, again, there is nothing inside. And he comes up to you face to face, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. And there's this little necklace that he holds. And he pops it off, and it shows of the air elemental like circle, like a wind made of like this little piece of wood, and he drops it into the cup.
Thanks, Master Agave.
He just smiles at you, closes it. You know what that is, right?
It's a thermos for keeping stuff in. I don't know.
He just kind of puts... It's an air totem. Usually, if you've seen any of the other shamans in our tribe contain them or hold them,
Wait,
it's
so this isn't a thermos?
it's a container. You're an idiot sometimes. I need you to be able to contain it, because if you lose it, that's a horrible thing. That's horrible luck.
Oh, so the gift is the totem.
Yes, and that's just a container to hold.
Well, it's a big container. You know.
That's all I could find. That's all I had. I don't have time to make it. What do you expect of me?
So what's special about the totem?
He looks at you and just smiles. All relic totems. These air totems. Basically from a whatchamacallit, a mechanic. Let me pull up my... Why? That makes no sense. Apparently it's like a bag of holding. But without the physical bag. And basically it absorbs certain smaller items that then would be able to hold it, and whenever you want any items that are inside of it, you hold it and you think of that item and it pops out into your hand. Why? That's such a weird thing.
So he explains that to him, and he goes, I'll have to try that out. Thanks again, Master.
So Jarvis, my question for you is, did you leave it at home before you left?
That totem? No.
Or do you have it?
He has it.
Of course you have it.
Yeah. Jarvis
Okay,
has
so make
that.
sure you have the air totem.
In inventory.
and it holds smaller objects. So it's not like it holds a sword, but it would be holding more like knick-knack kind of things. Anything that's under the shape of your hand, it can fit.
Got it.
Cool. So at that point, you meditate that. Everybody's up. Everyone's waking up. Make sure that we're all engaged in this. Let me get this music gone.
Every time we have a moment with Master Agave, and that with the music, I think of the turtle from Kung Fu Panda, and then I remember he's a bird. I'm
Yep.
like, what do you mean he flies? He's a turtle.
Jarvis, you would have, I mean, if it's okay with you, spent a lot of time meditating and just in that moment.
Yes.
At this point, Nova, Isaac eventually gets up to you, and you both see a commotion heading at the front gate as the door is, and Jarvis, you see this too, the door is still shut. And it's been about an hour or so since you woke up, Isaac, or Jarvis, and the door's still shut.
What's going on over there? Are there just people crowded over there?
Yes, and the door's like a 40-foot tall, double wooden door.
How many people are in here?
Probably like a good 8,000 to 10,000 people.
Wow.
Like, it's a filled gladiatorial stadium.
There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and they couldn't fit people into this. That's how many people are in the city right now. It's overpopulated, and there's crime. It's all the think. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna look for see if I can find Nova and Isaac, and or.
Nova, are you looking for them too?
First off, when Nova wakes up, she is like cold sweat.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry.
She is straight up cold sweats. Like, think of the opening of Frozen when like Anna wakes up and her hair is like a hot mess. Like, she's like that, but like cold sweating. She wakes up as a gnome woman, looking like a psychopath for someone she's sweating. I'm sorry. And she like lifts the whatever is holding her blanket.
Thank you. Folds it quickly, puts it under her, starts walking away.
And she goes, and she's just looking around and trying to like orient herself because she's so like overwhelmed with whatever just happened. Just looking around because she got to her bed first, so I don't really know where they are specifically.
Isaac gets to you, Nova, and you see him as he's holding like some sort of like beef stick. Hey,
You always find the dried meat.
yeah, there's this like little family that has like this little beef stand that they're not from here. Anyway, yeah, I found a snack.
Nice.
You good?
Yeah.
Jarvis, make a perception check. All right. Well,
14.
a lot, not a lot, because a lot would be, probably about 100 to 200 people have made their way to the door and are banging on the main front gate. You do see Nova and Isaac, because you basically, that cot, the closest to that cellar was Nova, so you kind of would be able to know where they are, and you see both of them. Do you approach them, or what do you do?
I'm going to fly. I'm going to take to the air, and I'm going to fly over to them. And when I get over there, I'm going to say, I'm going to see what's going on over here. I'll be right back. I'm just going to kind of fly higher and a little bit more towards the door.
Cool.
See what's going on.
You see that there are just many people over there. Open the gate! Why they haven't opened the gate yet? This is really strange. This has never happened. It's always really been open. Open the gate!
Can I go to the other side? Can I fly up and over to the other side?
Yeah, eventually you're flying above a bunch of people. Nova, you see him flying over to the other side. There's no like exit other than like up out, or like the cellar below, or like if you're trying to like go through the different corridors of the, of it. That'll take some time.
Oh, it's enclosed?
It's enclosed. No, it's an opened to the sky.
Yeah. Okay, but it's open to me. Like I can get up and over.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to check to see what's going on the other side of the door.
So immediately as you start flying up, this is the first time you've ever done this, where you get to eye level about 150 feet before you get to like the main top. You see two griffins that are perched up on top.
Okay.
Do you proceed to continue up? What are you feeling? What are you thinking?
With caution, are they looking at me?
Yes.
Um,
They look like... Make an insight check.
it's 10.
They just have eyes on you.
Okay, but they're not saying anything.
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna proceed slowly. It's the first time I'm dealing with this.
As you keep making your way up, you see that they start to perch, and they're standing, and one of them tilts their head as the other one tilts their head, and they start to, as you keep getting higher, they start to flap into their wings to start to get higher. Nova, what are you doing? You see up above, you're starting to see that.
She's just yelling, "Hey, watch out!"
And go ahead, Jarvis.
Yeah, Jarvis just as he's flying, he's obviously how far is he from them now, or do they count one on either side?
Yeah, think of it. Think of literally like it's the top of the dome is about 600 feet wide or long and about 300 feet wide, so it's fairly large.
Okay.
Right. So they're probably, as they've flown a little bit like up in the air, as you're in the middle, about 150 feet away on both sides. from
Okay.
you.
And they're flying towards me now.
Yes.
Okay. Have I breached the top of the dome, or the top of the?
You would have gotten very close. You're like right up. You're right there, basically. Yeah.
Okay. As they're approaching me, I'm just gonna kind of stop right there and say, "Hey, listen. I'm everything's good. I'm just checking to see what's going on. All good here. I'm good." So he's flying. His wings are flapping, but his hands are up.
100%. And at this point, you see that they're not like saying anything, or like. It doesn't seem like what you're saying is being heard.
Like they're not understanding.
Correct.
Okay. I only know Aarakocra, so Wait. What else do I know? Oh, this is funny. Yeah. Give me a second. I am going to say it in Aarakocra, actually.
Okay. What do you say?
Same thing.
As you say it, their eyes perch wide open, and they look at each other, and they both stop flying towards you. And as they're all three of you are in the air, and you hear from one of them as it speaks Aarakocra back.
Really?
Yep, 100%. Again, if you don't know do you know what an Aarakocra or griffin looks like? Do you, both of you?
Yeah, it's a lion bird.
Well, yes. The more of like the back end of it is a lion, but the front half with its front talons, everything looks like an eagle. So it has like the back legs and hind and a butt of a tiger or a lion.
I cannot find my languages. Oh, it's right there. Aarakocra, Oron. Okay, got it. Yep.
One of them, you hear from one of them says, "Are you Jarvazul Echo?"
Jarversal, but yes. Well, everything good? What's up?
They say, "No, you are under arrest for breaking and entry of the city watch headquarters. Where are the rest of your companions?"
That wasn't me. You have me mistaken with somebody else. Another Aarakocra. It's not me. It's not me.
Make a deception check.
7.
Oh my god.
One of them just takes flight at you, and it goes in, and it just flies directly at you with its beak. It's a +6 to attempt to. It's a grapple contest.
So what do I need?
You can do your. It's a strength or dexterity check. You can choose.
Straight dex, not a saving throw.
No, not a saving throw.
Okay. just a dex check.
Plus
Rolled a
6.
9.
Immediately hits you hard enough where you get like thrown into, like, think of like when like Superman and like one of the other superheroes like are hitting each other in the air, they collide. You move. You're gonna end up taking, well, that's their thing. It's a 1d8 plus 4. You take 7 bludgeoning damage piercing damage with its beak as it grabs you with the rest of its front talons. Nova and everyone around can see above. Nova and Isaac's like, "Aw, fuck. Nova, what do we do now?"
I don't know. What do we do? Where do we go? We can't leave them.
Jarvis is going to shout to them, if he can, as loud as he can. He's going to say, "Run! Take the sewer! Get out of here!"
You both of us hear that. What do you do, Nova?
Fucking run.
Yeah, eventually you peer up and you see the doors have opened.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone looks, and are we going to sewers right now? Are we leaving him?
No. He told us to.
Fuck it. He takes out his long shot, and he's taking a shot at the one that's off of you. Armor class is 12. That's gonna hit. 2d6.
This was a shotgun he used?
No, it's his rifle. He just takes a shot from it. Takes 10 piercing damage. Go ahead and make another strength contest to see if it holds you.
Now, strength or dex?
Sorry, either one. Whatever you want.
Okay. That is 18. Rollsies.
So rollies again.
Rollies. 11. I rolled an 11. I rolled a 7 too, but that's really funny.
I mean, it has stuff, but I'll let you do it because that's kind of fun. So yeah, you shot hits it. It's like it screeches like an eagle. What do you do, Jarvis?
I am flying down to Isaac and Nova, and I'll be like, "Come on, let's go!"
Hot pursuit. The other two were flying. One of them stayed up. The other one that was not shot flies down. People are kind of in commotion right now. Some people are like looking at you. Eventually, you see what looks like to be guards sprinting in from outside.
I'm gonna go straight to the sewer that we came in, the same manhole cover. Do I know that the size of the griffins is too large to fit in this hole, or can they fit? Or what,
I
what
would
do I
say
think?
they're large. They're technically large, so it would be hard for them to attempt to sneak through.
Okay, but the guards are probably still okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to that manhole cover and be like, "Come on, let's go!"
All three of you managed to get in. Do you like try to shut it, or what are you trying?
Yeah, I want to shut it. Did I see that the guards saw us?
Yeah, you would have a good. You would have a good. Whatchamacallit?
How many paces back when we got in there?
They were just coming through the door, but like again, it's like people dispersed and are kind of like all moved to watch you.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
or actually make a stealth check. I'll allow you to make one stealth. All of you a stealth check, not with anything else.
Okay.
It's an unnatural 20 for him.
25.
Cool. Yeah, you guys managed to get pretty good that you might not have been seen by any of the guards just yet, but people saw you, and maybe one of the other griffins saw you go down.
Okay.
Shh-ka-dunk. You cover yourself. You get down to the main level. Again, it's pitch black, except everyone can see and has blind or has dark vision. Correct?
Yep.
Yep, 100%.
Isaac does.
Isaac, yeah. What do we do? Oh shit! What happened?
I don't know. We got to get out of here. We got to go. We got to get back into
Where
the
the
city.
fuck are we gonna go?
We got to get back into the city, and then we'll figure it out from there.
Go back
Oh
to
fuck!
where all the guards are.
We just gotta hide. Okay, we just have to be a little bit more
We gotta blend in a little bit more or something.
careful. Yeah, but let's go. We can talk later. We have to go now.
Where are we going?
Up and out into the city. Same way we came last night. We got to go up and into the city. And I hope that there's no one on the other side waiting for us.
Aren't there others, Michael?
Yes, it's a fairly vast tunnel system that's underneath the city. That all the sewers and again, you've never like explored or anything.
I mean, do we go out the same way we came in?
The way that you came in was roughly like 100 yards, like 300 feet away from the main building.
I guess it doesn't matter, you know, where we
You
go.
guys came in basically right around here.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter where we go. We just gotta go somewhere. We can't stay here. They're coming. We gotta move.
All right, so tell me. So for your DM, tell me what you do.
Um,
Jarvis leads the way.
he's gonna do the best that he can to take us. This is the gate we entered, correct?
Yeah.
And take us in that direction.
Okay.
What's this white line?
Major road, main
okay.
central road. That's. Or
Okay.
don't worry about it. I couldn't find our main map, so
That's
I just
okay.
screenshot it.
Yeah. Out in this area.
Okay, make an overall
Survival?
I'm gonna say survival check or investigation.
Ooh, 19. 23.
Which one was it?
23. I rolled a 19 with a +4. Survival.
Sorry, survival,
survival,
or
yeah, survival.
investigation.
Yep, survival.
Survival. There's a moment as you're navigating through the sewers. You're finding you're finding that it seems that as you're going, that everything from the sewers pulls down this way, meaning all the waste and everything and the movement floods south.
Okay.
So as you kind of are paying attention with all the movements, you're gauging, as you go, everything that's rushing or moving south, you're knowing, okay, well, we need to go the opposite direction.
But there's nothing going that way. Is that what you're saying? Or no?
No. All I'm just saying
I'm
is
able
that
to
that's
gauge
how
that.
you can figure out
I got you.
how to get up here,
Got you.
wherever you want to get. Do you want to point to me where you kind of want to get to?
I'd like to get close to the gate.
Okay, cool.
So as close to that gate as possible.
As you're traveling, though, you get that same sort of ammonia, moldy smell in certain areas of early on over here as you're traveling. It's pretty moldy. It's pretty chemically, and it's really strong at certain points. Do you move away from it? You just keep going? Just want to make sure that I understand what
Try
you're
to avoid it at all costs, but if
Nova
Cool.
is looking to see if that smell is
Are you
coming
muted?
from any. Yes, but we can hear.
Yeah, I can hear her clearly.
So I'm just.
Yeah, but your mouth is not going to match.
Yes, it is. Talk.
I'm talking right now.
Yeah, that's perfect on my end.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
She is looking to see if she can figure out where that smell is coming from, and just kind of being observant of what's going on. And
Yeah,
like the
go-
smell seems strange.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check or a nature check or investigation check. I'll allow you to choose kind of whatever one you want.
I am going to do it's 19 plus 2, so 21.
you're finding that it seems to be a little bit of a pattern. But the main meaning that some of the smell comes from like the very smaller. So you have like the main tunnel. Then there's some of these off like little 5-foot cylinders where you can climb into.
19 plus 2. So 20.
And it kind of smells in between those. You're finding that it seems to be a little bit of a pattern as you're passing through. But the main meaning that some of the smell comes from like the very smaller. So you have like the main tunnel. So as you're passing and going past, it just keeps getting stronger until it starts to fade as it's in the center.
19 plus 2. So 20.
And it kind of smells in between those. You're finding that it seems to be a little bit of a pattern. That's okay. I'm not mad. I just thought it was
Why
funny.
am I hearing an echo?
Jarvis Echo. Jarvis will Echo. So what are we doing? So that's just that. So if you want to continue, we can totally continue.
Yes. Continue.
Cool. As you Isaac goes, are we there? Are we feeling good? Are we done? Should we just stay down here for a little bit longer?
Yeah. I say we wait it out a little bit.
Nova, how long do you think we should hold this out for?
I mean, I don't know. We don't know how
Are there
many
guards
there are.
above searching?
You don't know? You're underground?
Yeah, we're underground.
No, okay. How about manhole covers? Is there
Manhole-
anything?
Yes, that's where you're seeing some as you go. That with a little ladder that goes up to them every
Yes.
once in a while.
Okay.
You know?
Can I stop at one and see
Yeah.
if I can kind of like peek? I just want to go up and peek and see if I can see.
You peek and it looks like typical city life.
Okay.
You don't see any like guards rushing around.
Do
If you're like checking like over, if you're checking like more over here, yeah, you're not seeing any of that.
Do I recognize the area or not really?
You're good.
I would go back down and say, looks good up there. I don't see any guards searching for us or anything like that. I think we're far enough away, but word's going to spread, and I think I don't know. I think we got to just...
Is there any way we can disguise ourselves a little bit? Again, what's the goal here?
I
We
mean,
need to go find Laurel. We need...
How do we
Looks-
find Laurel if we can't freely walk the city?
yeah, we're going to have to... We're going to have to just do it. I do have a robe disguise that I'm going to throw on. So I'm going to put that on. Kind of covers my wings and it's hooded.
Isaac looks at you and just holds out like a pair of daggers. I haven't cut this bad boy in a long time. Do you do the honors, Nova? The best I got. And I don't want to be seen. I probably should look more like actually a blind guy.
What'd you say?
So is he wearing his banana?
Over his eyes, yeah.
Oh.
Is the... One second. Is the audio really bad? My mic? Is it staticky?
I'm not paying attention to
Does it sound normal?
Yeah.
Because...
So is he wearing his banana?
Over his eyes, yeah.
Oh.
Is the... One second. Is the audio really bad? My mic?
Whoa,
Is it staticky? Okay. Never mind.
Oh. She has a blanket in her bag. She takes the dagger and cuts it really soft, so it replaces bandana.
Check, check, 1, 2, hey.
Hey.
Check, check.
Thanks.
Check, 1, 2, hey.
As he looks at you, he does a double take at you, Nova, and goes,
Check, check, 1, 2.
You had a nightmare, didn't you? Jarvis, as you see Isaac analyze her, do one of those head tilts and say, "You had another nightmare, didn't you?" And she goes, "We're not going to talk about that right now."
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I have an idea, because both of you, I know this because both of you came to me. I noticed it in you, and you came to me. Both of you have seen some real shit in the past 24 hours. Why don't we just talk about it?
What are you talking about? What are you saying?
You came up to me. You waited for Nova when we were by. What about Glarquan?
We can go back. We'll go back.
You sound like a dad
No,
that's like we just left our toy at like the rest stop.
No, we'll
20 miles away. We'll go back. We'll go back.
We'll go get him. We'll go get him. We just need to we needed to get rid of the heat. Listen. There's stuff we have to get done. Kind of been fucking around ever since we entered this city. And we need to and we need to figure out what the hell we're doing. Okay? 'Cause we have right now.
Right the hell now.
Right now. Why is your mic not on?
I can hear her clearly. Now I don't hear any problems. It's completely.
Yeah, but it's the stream though. The stream can't hear you clearly.
Are you
That's the
sure?
difference. Yes. I know he can, but the gains are different.
Whatever. I turned my mic back on. Are you happy? Jesus. Audio boy over here. Like we've got 10 billion people watching us right now. How does Isaac normally wear
You're gonna
his
be
hair? Can
watching
you remind
this.
me? I should probably learn.
20 years
like
from
split
now.
down the middle, down. Some of it, it gets pulled back into like a little bit of a tail, while most of it hangs.
Because I have a brush and I have hairspray. And while Jarvis is like doing his buffoonery, she ties the new bandana around his face and starts like braiding his hair back.
It's
So that he doesn't have to cut
it's really greasy.
That's fine.
Okay.
Don't go near fires with this stuff. You'd set a flame.
I won't.
And she like braids it back and like wraps it in a bun, so you can't really tell if it's long or not.
And you just see, because you see the back of his head, and you just hear from him. If you're not going to tell us what you saw, at least tell us how you're feeling.
Worried and confused. It's just a lot. There's a lot to go over right now. And I don't know if this is the right time to go over it. I mean, you, and she points at Jarvis, you've been acting weird. And I understand that it's hard for you to trust people, and it's hard for you to open up, but if it's something that possibly affects all of us, I feel like you should tell us.
Is this really the right time?
If we don't,
We got time to kill.
If we go up there, I just don't know if we're ready to deal with what's just going on. It seems like there's a problem on a problem on a problem right now, and we might just want to stick it out down here for like the night or the day even. Just wait to see if it dies down. I don't know. I don't know.
I saw some crazy shit. stuff that I've never experienced that before ever. And I guess the reason why I didn't tell is because it scares me. And then part of me just didn't want to believe it or pay any attention to it. I didn't want to give it life. And
Was it warnings? Was it premonitions? Was it?
I told you I've never experienced anything like this before. I don't know what it is.
So what did you see?
Yeah.
And he starts from the top of that vision. Everything that happens, it's real detailed. Everything that happens, everything that he remembers, and kind of he's kind of pondered ever since it happened. All the details. Talking about Nova, talking about the lie, all of it.
What are you lying about? Do you have a lie?
So he finishes. I assume you asked that after he finishes telling.
Yes.
Okay, so Jarvis is just gonna go. I don't know. Okay, I've been thinking about that, and I don't know. I don't think so. Nothing that, matters. It's nothing.
It may not matter to you, but it may matter in the grand scheme of things.
All right, so what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to uncover a lie? Could be anything. Could be anything that you guys don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Just be honest. That's all you can do. Is just be honest.
Isaac, what's your take on all this? I mean, I can't understand it. I don't get it. I'm sorry I waited to tell you guys.
No, I mean, not that I understand what it's like for you, but I have my fair share of crazy in my own book. Sounds like at least it's a warning. At least it didn't happen yet. Maybe if that's the case, if you don't believe that you have any sort of lie, then at least maybe you can it's a good thing. We can look out for it, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's why I've tried not to give it too much attention, because I don't normally believe in that type of stuff, so I don't know. Anyway, I'm happy I told you guys. It has been bothering me, but I don't know.
One thing I can tell you, though, is that with where I'm looking and where I'm trying to get to is I'm trying to defeat something that's way bigger than me. And the Ageless One has brought a lot of despair and a lot of deception to me. Sometimes I couldn't believe what it was trying to say, and it got me believing things that I shouldn't have been believing in the first place. But it took me a while to really unpack it. And basically what I'm trying to say is, maybe don't think too much of it. I don't know. Maybe don't let it bring you down, but just take what you can for now and move forward. Nova?
The Ageless One? That's a term I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, the Ageless One. His name is Athreos, or the Ageless One. He was sort of our protector, my guide, or my master with my brother and I. He's the one that my mother called upon to keep us from dying at birth. And we sort of dedicated our life to him. And in doing so, it brought a lot of turmoil and a lot of pain, and said a lot of things to us that tried to make us stick with him, but it was out of fear and power, and not out of empowerment. So it's my goal to hunt down, track, and destroy him. Find my brother in the process. But again, I say all that because like I said to you, and maybe to you too, Nova, sometimes these deities or our protectors or whatever you want to call them, sometimes give us things that we can't understand, and maybe it's too soon, or maybe they shouldn't have been said at all.
Well, speaking of that, if we're all going to sit here and kumbaya and talk about our problems and or things we don't understand. I haven't had a nightmare in a while. Talk about our problems and or things we don't understand. Like one of them, the airship exploded above Jarvis and I and landed on us, and we died. Jarvis. But the last one came really weird. It was like a purple, like smoky, like movement of like a snake, and it came up and showed a person. I don't even know what to call it, but it's not good. It's bad. It's really, really bad. Like, I don't know where they are, but they saw me in my dream. So that plus the one vision of like a outside view of Waterdeep exploding everywhere, I take those as warnings that there's something we have no idea about right now. And they know about me. So what we do with that information is beyond me.
That's a little bit different than whatever I've experienced, so I don't have much to say about that.
Jarvis just kind of puts his head down and walks away from them. Just kind of slowly walking away, and then stops, turns around, and walks back. Starts to pace a little bit. He's going to go back up to the manhole cover and peek around a little bit, see what he sees.
Yeah, see a lot of people moving, see a lot of people trekking around. There's at one point you do see a pair of guards running across on the ground, straight, making a quick turn.
What are the structures in the area that I can see from the manhole cover? Is there anything like an inn or tavern or anything like that that I can see from the manhole cover?
I can tell you exactly. Point to me where you are in the map.
Yeah, we are. I'd like to be in this vicinity over here, kind of in the northeast here, which is the North Ward, correct?
Yes, you're in the North Ward for sure.
Okay, and we've not been over here because when we came in, we took this white line, I imagine.
Sorry, the white line is to distinguish between the different wards.
Oh, I got you. But this is the main road then here that we took.
Sorry, my map is going crazy. Yes, that made central. Yes.
Okay. All right, so we were in the North Ward, but just on the west side of it. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to be up in this corner.
Okay, 1 second.
So that we would have essentially just traveled directly east, kind of northeast, the opposite.
Yeah. What you're seeing as you get over here, it's much more real estate than any sort of tavern or inns. These look like to be a little bit nicer villas, certain homes and residences of some maybe noble-ish individuals. It's fairly decent and nice.
Okay.
Where you are.
Bed and breakfasts or anything like that in this area that I can see signs for staying.
I'm looking at my thing here. I'm looking around. Yeah, I'll give you this. It's called the Silent Shield. You basically see a shield, 2 S's in it, and in the window it says Silent Shield, with like a finger over the mouth.
Okay.
It's more of like an inn.
Okay. How far is it from the manhole cover?
I'm gonna have to say you have to be really close for you to see it if you're just peeking through.
From
So
the cover, yeah.
basically, you're gonna have to be around here somewhere.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yep.
Cool.
Not very far from that main road then.
Not too far now.
Okay. Jarvis is gonna go down and say, I see a place that looks like an inn, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Hopefully, with these disguises, we won't be too describable. And I'm thinking that if we just get into a room, at least for the night, we'll be good. It also is kind of away from the hustle and bustle up there, so hopefully, we'll be good. What we can do is go one by one. If traveling in threes probably not a good idea. So maybe 2 of us go to get a room alone, and separate from one of us stays back and maybe waits 5 to 10 minutes to get a room.
I can stay back. That's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm used to being alone. That's not passive aggressive, by the way. That's not me trying to be like, oh, I'm alone when I'm with you as well. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm fine.
Okay. Nova, why don't you go? You go first. When you get out of the manhole cover, just make sure that there's kind of no one around. I didn't see too much hustle and bustle, like I said, so shouldn't be too difficult to get out from there.
For your DM, what are we looking like?
What do you mean? What are we looking like?
Just meaning like, how are you disguising yourselves, or what does that look like?
You're muted.
Nova, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm not used to the muting thing. Nova normally wears her hair down, but she's like twisted it back into this like low, like tight bun.
Do you have a spell? Do you have a disguise self spell?
Oh, I do.
I'm trying to find your stuff here.
I do. Where is it? It's under. Yep.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Cool.
Who do I want to look like?
Is that a spell or what is this guy's spell?
This spell. A level 1 illusion.
Got it. Cool. And it can be for an hour.
Okay.
Cool.
Um,
So basically,
Some question.
you mystique it, but you don't get too. You get a foot taller, a foot shorter. You can be
Okay.
any race that you've seen.
Okay. What have I seen most in the city? Like what
Everything.
race?
Are you gonna, Nova? Are you gonna disguise yourself?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna do the thing.
Okay. Please be an Aarakocra. Please be an Aarakocra.
Oh,
You can be an Aarakocra, but you can't have wings technically.
so I'm just a bird with hands.
You look like him, but with hands.
I love that. I want to be a female bird.
I've
I wanna be a
always
bird.
wondered what you would look like if you were.
Well, since you're the only Aarakocra she's seen, so she can only look like you.
Well, female version.
Because my body type doesn't change. So I would be a female version of Travis.
That's good. That's fine. That's fine.
And I have my clothes on, so you can't tell I don't have wings.
Cool. Isaac is like, you just keep a lookout for me. I'm probably gonna do the whole blind thing. I got lost in the sewers again story, so just be ready for that. All right. So you do it. You cast it.
I'm out, yeah.
As soon
Make
as,
sure you-
as soon as she casts it, Jarvis just like stares at her.
Does he get hard?
Do
He
I
goes,
need a pretty bird? I just like does like a swirl.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Dum 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 dum. Isaac goes, I have never felt more outside of this group than I ever feel right now. That is a passive aggressive statement.
If I could turn you into an Aarakocra, I'd turn you into an Aarakocra.
All right, that sounds good. I'll hold you to that. All right. Well,
Yeah, I guess I'm going first. Why am I so fuzzy? Yeah, but I guess I'm.
so you both go up, pop up.
Mhm. And like once we get out of there, Nova like grabs onto like Jarvis's arm, and she's like, play along. Just it's gonna make it a whole lot easier.
You pop out. You still see people like moving. It's like they're with the carts or like you're just walking. A little bit nicer folk too. They're not really paying too much attention. A couple people do double checks at you as you're popping out of the manhole.
Can we stealth check coming out?
Yes.
I have disadvantage. Ooh, am I still wearing my armor?
You're still your magic. It's not like it magically takes that away from you.
13.
10.
Not amazing. Basically, yeah, people see your bodies come out. They're doing one of those double takes, but they keep going a bit. Then you see the silent shield, and it seems very quaint and quiet.
Jarvis just goes to Nova. This is the place right here.
Just follow me, lead. Like we are traveling the East Coast. The East Coast. We're traveling the coast for our honeymoon.
Okay.
So giggle and act like you love me.
All right.
Wait, what?
I said we're pretending to be a couple
Okay.
on our honeymoon that's traveling up the coast. So I'm
Okay,
like,
cool.
giggle and act like you love me.
Okay. Cool. It's one of those doors that it's like it's a double decker building, but the door is like opens and it goes stairs that go up. So as you go in, it's like a ching, 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 ching. You go up. At the very top, it's an open hallway into somewhat of a 12-foot by a 6-foot room, little couch in the corner with a desk, and there seems to be this half-elf female that's standing there, but she's wearing a kind of like a vest and a tie, and like a white shirt, rolled up sleeves. Hello, how can I help you?
Question.
Yeah.
Before we get up there, I ask Jarvis if he has a middle name.
Why?
Answer the question.
No.
Yes, because it's gonna make it easier. We need aliases.
No, I don't have a middle name.
Is it embarrassing?
No, I don't have a middle name.
Are you sure?
Yes, my last name is Echo.
Okay, well that's too easy to track. We need a different name for you.
And just so you guys remember, for your help, and just so you understand how this all is played out, you gave the guards your full names
Yes.
when you came into the city.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick a name.
Just use
Pick a name.
Use Agave.
Okay. That's fine.
How can I help you?
Hello is a woman, right?
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. And I'm nuzzling up to Jarvis, and I'm sure Jarvis looks very uncomfortable, but is trying to play along.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh, I
Or-
love this.
Performance or deception or persuasion. I'll let you pick. Natural 20?
Yes!
Isaac or Jarvis, can you just do it for fun for me? Just so I can see what you roll.
I rolled a 14, so it's all gonna be -3 for me. So it'd be 11.
Cool. She goes, "Oh, interesting. You might have the wrong establishment. Are you?
We're newlyweds.
Ah, wonderful. Like I said, this might not be the best place for you. You're more as at this point you see what looks like to be like two people coming out. One of them has like their arm on like the other as they're crying and kind of walking out and leaving. And she does one of these. She goes,
We're traveling up the coast. We're not really familiar with the area.
Got it. Okay, well, welcome to the Silent Shield, I guess. This isn't obviously, yes, this is an inn, also for storage for any travelers that come through that need some extra storage here for a particular period of time. It's also typically used for rooms of grief and also for people come here to how else do I put this? Tend to one another.
Oh.
So I guess this could be good for you both.
I mean, do you have anywhere else nearby that you would recommend?
I mean, there are other breweries around here. The Piccolo Pint is very nice. It's like a little rowdy. But I mean,
we just want somewhere. We're quiet people.
this is more. She like starts to get loud. She goes, "This is just a quieter, homier,
That's exactly what we're looking for.
relief."
This whole time Jarvis is just...
Just you two. Yes, just you two.
Yes.
Okay. Just you two. Okay, wonderful.
Mhm.
How long are you going to be staying for?
Probably just a night or two.
Okay.
And she looks up at Jarvis.
Do you have just some other questions? Are you feeling nauseous or sick at all? Do you have a congestion? Do you end up do you regularly sneeze? We're trying to just maintain. There's a lot of happening.
COVID.
I got corona.
Oh no!
We tested positive.
She goes, I'm sorry. This is old paperwork. New questions are yeah, we've covered everything. Here is your room key. It just slides it over to you. It's just a single key with like a little rubber key fob. Has a no, not even a number on it. But she goes, it's just down the hall, third room to the left.
Well, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Which side of the building is that room going to be on?
Oh, and as she kind of looks, she goes, and when you check out is when you'll pay. Just to be, so make sure you don't lie to us. We'll find you.
What side of the building is this room on? Is it
Just
front?
down the hall.
No, I mean, like, where does it face? The windows.
So basically the way you came up with like it was like a front facing with alleyways in on either side of the building. You went in the front, up the stairs, took like a quick right. It's like it goes back.
Okay.
It just
so
that
the
make sense?
rooms go overlook into the
Yes.
alleys. Okay,
Yes.
Got it.
got it. That's exactly what I wanted.
Exactly. So you get to your room, open it up, single bed, fairly quaint, but also, you even have some other like wash bins, which you really don't normally have. Probably indicates that this actually has like a shower, which is nice, or like a bath house. Some other towels, some other dressers, some closets, and the window that goes down into the alley.
DM, what's this place called again?
The Silent Shield.
Silent Shield. Come on, pay attention.
Shut your pie hole.
Once we get in there, Jarvis just goes, that was pretty good. How often can you look like this?
Like once a day. It's exhausting.
Okay. Well, let's hope none of them see you after. I mean, not in a bad way, but
Do you prefer the way I look as a bird?
No, I
You
didn't
think
say
I'm pretty
that.
as a bird?
No,
This is a trap. This is a trap.
This is-
This is a trap.
So I
This
just
is a trap.
Pretty as a bird?
no, you came in as a bird. Now you have to
Yeah.
keep up the thing, and so that's all. That's all I was trying to say. Anyway,
Fine.
I'm gonna go back out in the lobby and just sit in there and wait for Isaac to come in. Make sure that he gets a room.
But you can't act like you know him.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna sit in the lobby and read. Is there a book around? Is there like a book or something in that room?
Not in your
Survival.
room, but in the
Yeah,
lobby.
yeah.
There's like a couch with a little side table. There's like a thing to hold like hang your coats on, like a coat hanger. And there's some other like small reading material, some other books.
Okay, I'm gonna wait probably 5 minutes, and then go out there, just have a seat by the front door and occupy myself. Act like I'm waiting for her to freshen up and like go out or something.
The same woman kind of working looks at you and just, do you need anything, or is everything okay?
Yeah, no, everything's good. I'm just she's getting ready. We're gonna go out.
Understood. A couple minutes later, like moving up the stairs, like a lot of like sounds. You see Isaac with like a long wooden like stick that's like wet, as he's using it as like a thing. He has what did you put over his eyes or his hair, Nova?
Like I cut a piece of like the my blanket that I had to cover his eyes.
He has that. His hair's like pulled back. You see that his chin is like this. He's breathing really heavily, and he just has the conversation. Excuse me. He just has this conversation of like, I need a place to stay, blah blah blah. She gets very worried and concerned. No, he's fine. I'm fine. gives him a room key, she makes him pay up front.
I kind of wanted the whole conversation back and forth.
It takes time. That takes time, and we're about to wrap up here, so
Oh, I wanted it bad.
I'm not gonna do it. It takes too much time. It's almost 10 o'clock by you guys.
Just do the final wrap up conversation.
She goes.
Needs to pay part, because the idea that we didn't have to pay, I'm interested on how she words this.
She goes to give. You see that she has the key, and she goes to give it to him, and he kind of like. Jarvis is a moment where you see as he's about to reach up, but he like keeps his hand down so that he doesn't think. He makes it seem like he knows. And as she goes, dangles it in front of him and goes, we actually require, again, policy, pay up front. Are you able to pay the 3 silver pieces to entertain your room this evening? Yes.
And then Jarvis, just under his breath, he just goes, funny, you didn't make us pay.
He stops. And he just keeps going. She like looks at you, looks at him. I'm sorry. As he goes, he just slams the money onto the thing, grabs the key from her hands, and walks. Thanks for the room. As he keeps going.
Why does he sound like the character from Men in Black? The alien that takes the
More
dude's
salt.
I need some sugar water.
Which room did she put
There's
it in?
opposite side from you.
So how did she direct him?
Same way.
So third room on the right,
Third room, yep.
right across
Just
the hall.
across from you. Just across.
Got it.
So here's kind of where I'm hoping that as we wrap this up, let's do this as your party. Let's figure out what the game plan is. And if we want to metagame a little bit of like, okay, we all understood what's happened from both Jarvis's side and Nova's side. We've heard Jarvis's stuff. We know Nova's stuff. What's the game plan? And if you have any questions for me overall within the story thus far, how can I answer those?
So there's a lot on the plate right now. I have a couple of things that I know that Jarvis is probably really interested in wanting to do. Finding Lori Lightfoot is probably not going to be something that's hugely on Jarvis's mind, although it is priority. He really feels bad about the relationship that we kind of made with them, and he was remembering that he told Grenon that he was gonna try to get him in there, and he just hasn't. He doesn't know. You know, it was an entire. How many people did they have? They had
about
bunch.
1,000 people.
I mean, unbelievable. There's no way that they all got in. So anyway, that's what's on his mind. And then obviously the whole Anad by our city plot line that will continue. Nova,
is there anything immediate? Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Nova has more leads on that plot line than Jarvis does. So Jarvis is kind of, it's true to the story where Jarvis is probably not really going to be leading that too much because Nova's got the leads.
Nova, do you tell them, all three of them, everything that you had for your dream or no?
Yes. Just because, like, it's just easier to just make sure that everybody knows what's going on and that there's some imminent threat that may not be a threat to all of us, but it's a threat to me specifically.
Okay.
And just the idea that she just doesn't want, like, the idea of seeing how all of those things could have ended, and then seeing, like, the pan out of Waterdeep exploding. Like she wasn't there, but maybe she was looking at it through someone else's eyes. Maybe she was far away and the place did explode. Like the unknown of, is that another situation where we possibly peril or not? Perish. You know what I mean? I'm tired. But like the idea of that unknown, and if that is a warning of some sort, also does that connect um, with the figure that I saw? And if those two things go hand in hand.
So then where, again, metagame, we don't have to like character play. What are we doing? What are we thinking? What are we do we need time to think through this and just that's it, or what?
I don't really know what Nova wants to do right now. She's very conflicted because yes, she cares about the people getting in, but honestly, like that is like that's something that's completely out of their control. Like we have no pull, especially now. We definitely have no pull in helping them get in. As well as the idea that I would like to prevent whatever's going to happen from happening if that vision that I saw is legitimate, but also like watching my own back, but making sure that I don't put Jarvis or Isaac in harm's way because of something that has to do with me that she has no idea about. She doesn't know why.
Okay.
So she's very like conflicted on the ways that she wants to be of assistance right now because she really just doesn't know what to do.
So then what does Lucas and Jess want to do?
I'd like to continue the main plot line, the Nadbuyer line.
Perfect. That's continuing. I guess I just want to know like where do we think you're good? What are you gonna do? Like the situations that you're in is fairly tricky, and
it is the disguise thing kind of makes it a little bit difficult. But again, I don't really know. Like,
if you need just time to think and we just get in next week, that's fine. I'm just trying to understand so that I can best.
Yeah, I would say the main plot line is probably that Nadbuyer line. I think is what's going to be important.
Which is no matter what. Yeah, that's great. I'm more curious. Like what?
It's like what are we doing?
What are you doing within the main plot line? Are you guys going to leave? Like where are you going to go next?
We're looking to get in touch with what's her name? Laurel Silverhand. That's who we're looking to get in touch with. But you had the conversation with the guard, right? Which you haven't told us. You're muted.
I have it written down. I vaguely remember in my brain, but I wrote down that conversation about her and we still have no idea how to find her.
Maybe what we do is again just maybe next session it might be the brainstorming session of creating the solution for the problems that are at hand and trying to get a hold of Laurel Silverhand.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just trying to understand what you're doing or what you're thinking.
No, that's good. That's good. I think the main plot. I think that line is going to answer a lot of questions. I think finish it. I think doing that, finding her and getting in touch with her, I think is going to help us a lot.
Cool beans. All right. Well. I'll talk to y'all later.
Later.
Later.